Hello, welcome back to the channel. We're here today in Le Mans Ultimate in Bahrain for one of the beginner daily races in the LMP2 cars. I'm doing a voiceover today as talking while racing is surprisingly much harder than it seems, but it also gives me an opportunity to sort of describe and analyse a bit more what's going on in the race. So here we are, lined up for the rolling start, and we're off. So, got a reasonable start. I think we all sort of started at the right time, no one really gained too much of an advantage. Now coming down to the first braking zone. Aim here is really just to avoid contact with anyone, trying to look around and be aware of where all the other cars are so as to not hit them. Because what you want to do is avoid contact. From the outside, this is what it looks like. Surprising how close some of the cars look. Someone's spinning off there. Yeah, so just giving the red car enough room on the inside. Yeah, so made it through the first couple of corners unscathed, which was good. So got a little bit defensive on the inside there to try and defend against the other guy trying to come around the outside. Giving him enough space on the inside again, and then the outside becomes the inside, and he has to fall in line behind. There's an accident going on in the background somewhere. But yeah, so this is what it looked like going into that corner. Again, you can see just giving enough room on the outside, and same there as well. Squeezing a little bit, making him know I'm there, and then yeah. Position defended. So down into this hairpin, not too much drama there.
Yellow flag, sector 2. Green flag, sector 2.
Then this corner's always a little bit tricky to judge. Just cut it ever so slightly. I guess there are two trains of thought here.
Yellow flag.
You can either think avoid all track limit cuts as much as possible, or you can view it as sometimes it'll happen, so that's fine, or you've got a maximum of 3, so maybe you could use them. That's perhaps not the most sporting view. I try to avoid track cuts because if you do have them, then it negatively affects your safety rating because they measure the number of clean laps. So, then we're back onto the main straight. Just pause it there. So, we saw in the back there, someone had spun and then tried to turn around, went straight into the path of an oncoming car. That's not really great.
Okay, Mark, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on, P2.
So, at this point, we're in P2, trying to avoid locking up because it won't do the tyres much good. So the aim here is just to keep up with first place, don't overdrive the car because once you've ruined the tyres, then it does have quite an effect on the car handling in this game, which I quite like actually. It's nice to have to look after the tyres and drive sensibly. So yeah, just trying to keep up. I'm under a bit of pressure. You see him locking up there. Big lock up from him again there. Go slightly wider on that corner, but at least we don't cut it, so no more track warnings there. They're coming up to this left-hander. So, seems to have a bit of a speed advantage through there. I think I'd carry a little bit more speed through. It seems to be a little bit quicker around this section, so in the back of my mind I'm thinking if there's going to be an opportunity to overtake, it'll probably be around this sort of section of the track, maybe coming up to this final corner here. But I'm too far back at the moment, so yeah, just again staying in the slipstream, staying in his mirrors, and yeah, just keeping with him, being patient. Another good thing to avoid doing is rushing an overtake and potentially causing a collision. See, I'm far too far back here to try and lunge down the inside, but I am going to position the car so I'm in the mirrors. I'm in a position where it might look like I might try. Part of the aim, I suppose, is to distract the driver in front so they make a mistake. Bit of a small lock-up from me here. You can see that he missed the apex as well. So makes me think that he is under a bit of pressure, which is good for me. Again, not always following directly behind, just staying in his mirrors. Again, still carrying a little bit more speed than him through that corner. So, want to get a decent run out of here, because then there might be an opportunity at the next corner at the end of this straight.
On your left.
There we have the overtake. So if we look at that from trackside view, so I come out the slipstream, get into his mirrors. He brakes quite late and completely outbrakes himself. So I like to think that that's because I moved out of line to make him think I'm going to lunge and overtake, so which distracted him into his braking zone. So relatively clean. So coming into this first corner here, I'm trying to turn in a little bit earlier to try and cover off any attempt at him lunging back to take the place back again. It was a judgment call as to whether I thought he might try it. I could have gone more defensive, but didn't think it needed to. So from the rear view camera, yeah, you can see that it's quite close, but I didn't really feel like he'd be in a position to come back. But by turning in a little bit earlier, I did lock at the front wheel, so yeah, could be improved, but I made it stick. So then just trying to pull away, and then as we come into this left-hander and then the hairpin, you can see he locks up and just loses it. He doesn't lose too much time.
It looks like Frankie has spun off.
But that allows me to get a few seconds lead on him. Then the aim now is just to bring it home, really. Needed to keep an eye on the delta. Didn't want to lose much time. Also didn't want to push too hard and potentially make a mistake, because yeah, it's my race to lose at this point, whereas everything to gain for him. So yeah, just trying to keep it smooth, not overcook the tyres, try not to lock up and flat spot the tyres, and yeah, he says locking up into the first corner. Yeah, also not used to leading races, especially online. So yeah, the nerves were getting to me. Right, Now,
Green flag sector 1.
you might have seen that car just go past the back behind me there. I don't quite know what he was doing. I'll just pause it right there. That was very close. I'm not quite sure why he needed to cut across the track or why he felt that he should try and aim directly at me. I think I'm very lucky that he didn't hit me. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there at all. But yeah, having a bit of luck in these races definitely helps. Right, let's carry on. Yeah, you can see him. He just, at the back, just nudges into the barrier. I don't know what was going on there. But luckily we came out unscathed.
Green flag sector 2. Fastest lap for Bahrain, 153.45.
So you just heard there, fast lap at the time, 153. We're not doing hugely fast laps. This is nowhere near top split, I don't think. Yeah. It's one of the nice things that you do get put into different splits in this game. So, yeah, makes the racing more interesting and more competitive. So from here, really, it was quite a quiet race. It was just a matter of keeping the adrenaline down, keeping the nerves down, trying to be smooth and consistent. As you can see, a car making a mistake in the background there. That's definitely what I wanted to avoid doing. This isn't a track that I'm massively familiar with, so yeah, just trying to remember where all the corners were, remember the braking points, try and be consistent, try and keep calm, and yeah, just sort of bring it home. So when we get to near the end of the race, I'll give you a sort of an onboard front camera for the final lap.
Keep it together. We'll win this.
Wasn't anywhere near the fastest lap in the world.
We think that Francis has gone off.
But just trying to keep it smooth. Trying to hit the apexes, but not to take too much curb. I don't want to unsettle the car. Just don't want to risk any incidents. Also keeping a bit more of an eye out for backmarkers or other cars that may have come off and trying to rejoin and take me out after the incident from earlier. So yeah, just taking it very cautiously around here.
The guy in front is
I know from the deltas that I've got some time ahead of second place. So there's Backmarker up ahead here. He must have had some alert or blue flag or something because he moved well out of the way. Flash the lights here just to let him know that I know he's there and he needs to move out of the way, which he'd done anyway, but it's always sort of good practice to just let them know where you are. The flashing lights in the mirrors is a good way of doing that. And I quite like the fact that that's in sim that you can do that, so highly recommend mapping the light flashing button to your wheel for situations like that. And then come up to the final corner. And there we are. Across the line.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested. You won. Fantastic drive.
And that was my first win in Le Mans Ultimate. So, I was very pleased with that. Yeah. So there we go. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this interesting, and catch you in the next one.